Good afternoon and welcome into the Brennan Looney Convocation Center here in Hyattsville, Maryland. My name is Ryan Smolen alongside Thomas Burkhardt, and today we're going to be breaking down a WCAC Premier Freshman basketball matchup between your DeMatha Stags as they take on the Bishop O'Connell Knights. Thomas, Bishop O'Connell coming off a big win over Paul VI and us coming off a win over Georgetown Prep. What do you think is the key for DeMatha to win this game?
Well, first and foremost, I think they have to get back and play transition D. And one thing that I would like to say is both of these teams, this might be the freshman level, but they both can compete. And
yeah, two powerhouse programs competing here. Really excited for this one. So we got the chance to talk to Coach Rogers before the game at DeMatha Catholic. Do you want to go over the highlights of what he said? Coming into the game offensively, he said they cannot settle for the outside jumper.
Yeah, he said he emphasized that they should follow the plays, not settle for the outside jumper, get a high percentage paint, probably in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, he said one of the main things is listening to the coaches, making sure that they're running the plays, and then on defense, getting back quickly, being ready to roll. So here we are about to start here. For the Stags on the court, we got number 32, Galen Burkhardt. Number 44, Jaden Osborne. Number 2, Darius Vance. Number 25, Reginald Jones. And number 42, Darian Simpkins. And O'Connell wins the tip, but it goes out of bounds. O'Connell basketball here early. Comes O'Connell up the court. Looks like DeMatha starting out in the zone defense. And O'Connell chucks the ball out of bounds. Going to be DeMatha basketball near half court here early.
They're going to have to be more precise with those passes if they want to have a chance to win this game.
In the WCAC, every possession counts. So here come the Stags. Up to the top of the key, swung outside. Getting down low, out of bounds. Going to be O'Connell basketball. A little sloppy here early, huh, Thomas?
Yeah, a little sloppy, but I feel like that's natural. They're going to get their jitters down, and we should get underway.
So here comes O'Connell up the court. Switching the side of the court's a lot here early. Tries to put a move on him, can't do it. Going to be DeMatha basketball here.
Looks like number 2 tried to do a little too much.
Looks like both teams definitely have a little bit of early game jitters going on right now.
For sure. Only second game of the season, so you can expect that.
Yeah, you can see Coach Rogers telling the team to slow down and just relax. So ball up to the top of the key here, swung outside. They seem to be looking down low a lot early.
For sure.
And the ball is chucked out of bounds. Going to be O'Connell basketball yet again.
Despite these early turnovers, both teams have great off-ball movement.
So here we come. Ball swung outside for O'Connell. Back up top. Good defense played by number 25 for the Stags here. Ball turned back over, and DeMatha gets a steal.
These Stags know how to keep their hands in the passing
That
lanes.
is for sure. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by O'Connell. Darius Vance with the ball. Swinging it up top. Around the corner. 3 ball is good by Reginald Jones early.
Well, Mr. Rogers said he didn't want to settle for the outside shot, but right there he hits his shot. So I guess if it's open,
let's take it.
25 can let it fly.
Here comes O'Connell, number 2. James Yoyce with the ball, swings it outside. Timeout O'Connell early. So far, Thomas, I would say the biggest thing we have is a little bit of some sloppy play going on. Neither team seems to be able to hold possession for a long time here. So O'Connell comes back on the court, highlighted by number 2, James Yoyce, number 5, Matt Mondoro, number 20, James David, 35, Quinn Gorman, and number 1, Sam Daly.
You can tell this is just one of those timeouts that the coaches want to resettle the team, tell them all what to do again, and just they made mistakes, but
let's reset. So here comes O'Connell up top. Swings the ball outside. Stags playing good defense, still in the 2-3 zone. Shot goes up from outside, no good. Rebounded by the Stags. Darius Vance slowly bringing the ball up for the Stags.
It might be early, but I can already tell Darius Vance is a facilitator of this Stags offense.
Definitely knows how to control the team. Looks like we have a little bit of a pushing foul on number 2 for O'Connell. Stags will get the ball out of bounds near the half-court mark. And yet again, here comes Darius Vance bringing the ball up for the Stags. Looks like O'Connell's in the man defense early here. Vance on the drive. Down low. Back out to Vance. Shot up. No good. Rebound by the Stags. And they throw the ball away. Sam Daly bringing the ball up for O'Connell. Back to the top of the key. Sam Daly puts up a 3. No good. Rebounded by the Stags.
A lot of three-pointers taken early.
A lot of people are settling for big shots as Coach Rogers tells the team once again to slow down and just relax. Here comes Vance again, swinging it outside. Bad shot. Offensive rebound by the Stags, puts it back up. Another 2 points for the Stags here early.
I'll tell you one thing, Ryan. If O'Connell wants to stay in this game, they're going to have to start boxing out. A lot of offensive rebounding by the Stags early.
O'Connell hits it early into the key, no good. Offensive rebound for O'Connell.
Just as I said.
Out of bounds, O'Connell basketball. James David inbounding it for the Knights. Swings it outside. Sam Daly trying to now control the tempo of the game for O'Connell.
Seems to be their primary ball handler.
O'Connell really chucking the ball across court a lot here early. That has the ball back up to the top of the key. Shot is good. Mason Kahn with a 2-pointer for O'Connell. Once again, here comes Vance down with the ball for the Stags. Driving to the hoop, he is blocked. Rebounded by the Stags.
And one.
Foul on the floor, I believe, was called.
Are they going to count the shot, though?
Looks like no shot, foul on the floor. The Stags are going to have the ball under the basket. Reginald Jones inbounding the ball for the Stags.
You've already seen him hit 1 3-pointer.
Ball stolen away by O'Connell, and the ball is now being brought up by Darrell Pope for the Knights. Swings it outside, back to the center of the key. Finding the man in the center early is what O'Connell is trying to do. Rebounded by DeMatha, and here they come. Pass ahead court, kicks it back out. 3 ball is up. No good. Offensive rebound for the Stags, puts it back up. Number 32, Galen Burkhardt, really doing his best.
Reginald Jones really likes that 3-pointer.
Stags winning the offensive boards earlier, really helping them with second chance points. O'Connell puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Stags, and here they come. Kicked outside to Vance, kicked back inside. Shot is up, good. Count the bucket, and here goes the foul. Have a chance for a 3-point play here early for the Stags. Galen Burkhardt looking like he is strong around the rim.
Stags pushing transition, getting down the court much faster than the Knights.
So we're about 5 minutes in here. The lead is now 9-2 DeMatha for a chance to make it 10-2. He does not. Offensive board by the Stags, puts it back up, and now O'Connell comes down with it. They're rushing down the court early, coming down the paint.
Tries to split 2.
Looks like a little bit of some confusion there for the Stags on the steal, and they knock it out of bounds. It's going to be O'Connell basketball yet again under the hoop. James David inbounding for the Knights. Looks like the Stags just had number 23, Colin Harris, enter the game as O'Connell is swinging the ball around outside, settling for a jumper. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by the Stags. Here comes O'Connell, taking it back outside. Seems like they are almost looking for an outside jumper at this point. Trying to switch the court again, intercepted by the Stags, brought back by O'Connell. Shot down low, pump fake, back up top. Swings it outside. And they go back to the top of the key here, swinging outside for a three-pointer. Shot is up, no good.
Phenomenal ball
Offensive
movement.
rebound for O'Connell. They're going to shoot another three here. No good. Rebounded by the Stags. Looks like there's a foul.
They might have not scored, but Ryan, that was some phenomenal
They're moving the ball well on us early.
great
Switching the
ball
court.
movement.
Looks like it was a pushing foul on O'Connell. Going to be DeMatha basketball here.
Seems to be some sort of confusion.
Some sort of confusion for sure. The Bishop O'Connell coach does not seem too happy right now. Looks almost as if the refs are confused as to what they call. Subbing in for O'Connell, number 35, Quinn Gorman. So it looks like they ended up calling a foul on the Stags here. Must have been over the back. So it's now O'Connell basketball as they dish it out top to the top of the key. Good defense played by the Stags.
You can tell that the Stags are just very disciplined with their coaching, playing great defense.
Another knockaway by the Stags. Oh, and here comes Darius Vance with a steal coming down the court. Going up, fouled. He's going to the line for two. Strong play by Darius Vance there for sure. As you can tell, he likes to control the tempo of the game.
The Stags are showing no slowdown on defense. That must be a part of the game they pride themselves in. Playing
Defensive
hard
game
defense.
was something that Mr. Rogers, Coach Rogers, acknowledged before the game needs to be well. They need to be able to keep the guy in front of them. Shot number one goes in and out for Vance. Number 23, Colin Harris, 7'8". Number 25, Reginald Jones, 7'8" for the Stags. Shot number two is up and good, and now here comes O'Connell down the court, led by number 20, James David. O'Connell drives down the, knocked away, stolen by the Stags. Should be an easy layup here, and it is for number 23, Logan Lewis. O'Connell dishes it out, back up to the top.
The early game jitters have seemed to quiet down for the Stags, but not so much for the Knights.
Seems like O'Connell's trying to do too much too early as they keep rotating the ball around the top of the key here. Finally starting to drive, puts a move on him, dishes it down low, draws a foul. O'Connell's going to be shooting two.
These long swing passes by O'Connell Knights are becoming a theme.
Yeah, it seems as if one thing for sure, they like to move the ball.
Yes.
Number 10, Mason Cox going to the line for two here.
As good as the O'Connell Knights ball movement has been thus far, they got to limit the turnovers.
That is for sure, as they only have 3 points here, and here comes shot number two. Up and good, 12-4 Stags with 1:09 remaining in the first. Looks like O'Connell switching to the full court trap press. Here come the Stags, dish it outside, drive it to the hole, up and good again for number 23, Logan Lewis. Looks like they're finally driving to the hoop like Coach Rogers said they need to. Here comes O'Connell, settling for the three, jumpers up, no good, defensive rebound for the Stags. Looks like the ball was knocked away. O'Connell gets a steal and puts the ball up for two more, and here comes the press yet again. DeMatha seeming to struggle with the press a little bit. Stags have the ball coming down the court. Settle for a jumper. Up. No good. Offensive rebound. Little tie up. A jump ball.
Despite being down early, O'Connell can't force shots. They still should let the game come to them.
That is for sure.
If they keep forcing shots, this game could get out of hand.
Jump ball, possession arrow to DeMatha. Here comes the inbound pass. Kicked outside to Vance. Vance drives, swings it down low, up and strong. Stags number 21, Harold Taylor, tucks it away for another 2-point bucket. Here come the Stags. Here comes O'Connell, number 20, James David. Swings it out wide.
I don't know if Vance has found his name on the scoring sheet yet, but he is doing a phenomenal job dishing the rock to his teammates.
That is for sure, and here he comes yet again. Coming down the court strong, dishes it one more time, and we'll take 2 more points just like that for number 21, Harold Taylor, as he tucks away an easy layup. And that'll be the end of one. Stags lead 18-6. So if there's one thing for sure, it's that O'Connell's struggling shooting the ball right now.
I can say 2 things for sure. They got to box out, limit offensive rebounds, and stop the turnovers.
DeMatha looks like they're coming out strong, listening to the game plan, driving to the hoop for the most part.
I think that timeout that was taken early in the first quarter is key. Started out a little shaky, turning the ball over. Ever since then, they've been lights out, getting easy, high-percentage shots. We haven't seen many jump shots taken by the Stags yet.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of transitional points, a lot of driving to the hoop, getting the layups.
It might not be flashy, but it works. Starting to see the JV Stags team supporting their freshmen.
Yeah, we've got a triple header here in Hyattsville tonight. Following this game at 5:45 is the JV matchup. And later tonight will be the varsity matchup after the conclusion of the JV game.
O'Connell already down 12, but I think all these games should end up being pretty competitive.
Yeah, 2 powerhouse programs of the WCAC. Looks like Coach Rogers is going over some type of defensive form with his team here. And here we come for the second quarter. It will be O'Connell basketball to start off the second quarter. And here comes O'Connell's Sam Daly leading the ball up the court. Now to number 22, Darrell Pope. Kicks it outside to Colin Harris. Harris dribbles the ball, exchanges it with Matt Mondoro, back to David. Looks like they're doing a lot of switching here as they drive to the hoop. And 2 points is good for number 22, Darrell Pope. Keeping the full court press here, starting out to the second quarter. Here come the Stags. Driving to the hoop. Draws the foul. Number 21, Harold Taylor, going to the line for 2 here. Looks like Coach Rogers is using these free throws times to talk it over with his team. Seems as if there's some type of frustration, I believe, with when O'Connell runs the full court trap. Shot number 1, no good for Taylor.
Got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. Can't let O'Connell get back into this game.
Shot number 2 is good, so Stags lead 19-18, and here come the O'Connell Knights. Driving to the hoop, ball is blocked away, and here yet again comes Darius Vance for the Stags down the court. Ball is knocked loose. He recovers it and dribbles out of a trap. O'Connell knocks it out of bounds. DeMatha basketball. Darius Vance really doing his best to control the tempo of this game. Ball will be inbounded by Taylor.
Vance and James Yost on O'Connell seem to be going at it.
Here comes Lewis driving to the hoop with a little bit of hesitation. Crosses him up, puts up a 2, and the bucket counts. Here comes Yost.
Yost trying to draw that foul on the last possession.
Kicks it out wide. Here comes O'Connell down the lane. Ball is knocked loose by the Stags, recovered by O'Connell. They're maintaining possession at the top. Kicking it around side to side. Settling for a three-point. The bucket is up and good for number 35, Quinn Gorman.
I think the Knights might have gotten away with the travel on that possession.
Yeah, and here come the Stags, doing their best to break the press here. O'Connell, for a moment, knocked it away. Stags are on the ground. Jump ball.
Remains with the Stags.
Remains with the Stags. O'Connell's definitely starting to get a little bit more aggressive here on the defensive front.
This full court press is causing fits for the DeMatha Stags.
Ball will now be inbounded by Taylor. Seems to be some confusion again here. I think it's something with the scoreboard.
Coach Rogers talking to this people keeping the score down there. He seems to have some issue. Don't know what.
Yeah, we are unsure, but here's another delay here in the game.
I think both teams are happy to have this. A little time to rest up never hurts.
Ball's inbounded to Vance. Here he comes for the Stags. Exchanges it to the hoop.
Great move.
Great move by number 21, Harold Taylor for the Stags. Puts another two-pointer up, and here comes O'Connell. Driving to the hoop is Yost, and ball's knocked away.
Great steal.
Here comes Taylor, dishes it, gets the rebound, and puts it back up for another two-pointer. Harold Taylor is adding a lot of points to his stat line here.
What a great sequence by
O'Connell's
Haley.
coming down quick.
What a great sequence there by Harold Taylor.
Seems like Yost drawed a blocking foul. And so now it will be O'Connell basketball underneath the hoop.
Throughout this game, Yost has been working hard for those fouls.
And here he is, puts up a three ball. That would be an air ball and no good. Gonna be DeMatha basketball.
The amount of increase in three-pointers we've seen in high school basketball in general over these past years, it's been very
So here come the Stags.
apparent.
Lucky bounce for the Stags. Basket is no good. Gonna be DeMatha basketball underneath the hoop. Yeah, a lot of the high school players nowadays are settling for the outside jumper.
Trying to model their game after the NBA. But DeMatha is not settling for the outside jumper.
Jones going to inbound the ball here for the Stags. Ball's inbounded. Coming up to the top of the key with it. There's Lewis. Now the ball goes to Vance. Vance dishes it around. They find Vance again. Pump fakes a three. And he's just controlling the tempo of the game. Exchanges the ball. Pick is set. And the ball is stolen by the O'Connell Knights. Here they come down the court.
Some shifty ball handling.
Led by Sam Daly. Finds Yost. Yost goes to Mondoro. Back to Yost. Yost going up for the three. Three ball is good. 25-14 Stags here with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yost redeeming himself after that air ball.
Here come the Stags breaking the press. Logan Lewis doing a good job. Dishes it outside for the three. Three balls up. No good. Offensive rebound, though, for the Stags. Here comes Lewis. Down the lane. Puts it up. Draws a foul. No, actually, they call a travel. Going to be O'Connell basketball.
It's already apparent early on this game that DeMatha Stags are just more tenacious on the rebounding. Boxing out and diving on the floor if necessary.
Getting a lot of second chance points here.
That's for sure. Great turnout for this freshman game.
And here comes O'Connell, led by Yost. Taking the ball up slowly. Yost now drives in, falls over, loses the ball. Gonna be DeMatha basketball. Appears that Yost may have injured himself there on that one.
Comes up limping, but he'll stay in the game.
Entering for O'Connell, number 10, Mason Cox.
It'll be interesting to see if this injury affects him or
And here come the
he'll be
Stags
back.
trying to break the full court press, and they do with the long ball, but O'Connell is able to steal it away. And here comes Yost again for O'Connell. Stolen by the Stags. Here comes Jones, driving to the hoop, goes up, good finish. 27-14 Stags here with 4 left to go in the second quarter. O'Connell brings the ball up. Back out to Yost. Yost swings it. Daly driving to the hoop. Puts the ball up and looks as if he drawed a foul and will now be going to the line for 2.
That goes back to what Coach Jones said before that game. Right after Jones made that basket, no celebrating, found his man and got right back on defense.
This is the first one. Here comes the second one for Daly.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first appearance of Rose onto the court, number 30.
Rebounded by the Stags, no good. So over 2 on the free throws. Here come the Stags. Jones driving to the hoop, puts it up. Nice, easy layup. Another 2 points. And O'Connell throws the ball out of bounds, almost in a frustration type move.
If they want to cut this deficit down, they're going to have to stop having silly turnovers.
Stags continue to drive to the paint and are getting the easy layups.
They sure are fulfilling what Coach Rogers said.
So here comes Taylor at the top of the key, passes it down in, and O'Connell steals it. Here comes David, driving, kicks it out, kicks it up top to Gorman. Gorman puts a move on him, kicks it back outside. Offensive rebound for O'Connell leads to another 2 points for them. And here come the Stags, and they draw a foul here on that press. O'Connell seems to be getting their points off a lot of second chancers. Lewis will now inbound the ball for the Stags.
Gorman will head to the bench after that foul.
And here comes Vance re-entering for the Stags.
They need Gorman to stay out of foul trouble. He seems to be their big man, commanding the paint for the Knights.
Commanding the paint and is able to shoot the outside shot. Here comes Vance bringing the ball up for the Stags.
Shouting out commands.
Swings it up top. Taylor drives in, kicks it to Jones. Jones up for another layup. Jones definitely is getting a lot of points here for the Stags.
That is just beautiful basketball.
And here comes David for O'Connell, bringing the ball up. Near the top of the key, puts a little move on him. Kicks it back outside to Daly. Daly holding possession, trying to find a way to drive to the hoop, cannot do so.
The perimeter defense has just been impeccable for the Stags lately.
David drives to the hoop and throws the ball away. Ball is knocked out of bounds by the Stags. Going to be O'Connell basketball under the hoop. David the inbounder. Kicks it outside to Daly. Back to David.
Vance, great defense.
And now back up top to Cox. He kicks it out. Cox now has the ball, but he tried to put a move on him and travels. Going to be DeMatha basketball here with 2:25 left to go in the second quarter. 31-16 Stags.
22 enters into the game.
Logan Lewis inbounding for the Stags. And here comes Vance. They're trying to put a press on him, but he moves right around it. Kicks the ball outside. 3 ball is up. No good. Offensive rebound for the Stags. No good. Another offensive rebound. And the Stags continue to dominate the offensive rebounds, but unfortunately missed 4 buckets there. But now 2 shots for the Stags. Shot number 1 is no good. If there's one thing, I think the Stags need to work on knocking down some more free throws.
Not a lot of the Stags are doing wrong in the early going.
Taylor puts it up. Second shot is good. 32-16 Stags, and here comes O'Connell. DeMatha seems to be putting on a half-court press. Trapping him.
Over and back.
Over and back, going to be DeMatha basketball. Good surprising press there. And O'Connell looked lost in their shoes when the press came at him.
Showing O'Connell they can run the full court press as well.
Ball is now inbounded back to Vance. Dishes it back up top. Now down low. Back up top, the Stags have it. Driving to the hoop. Great move by Taylor there for another 2 points for the Stags.
Taylor has made a couple athletic finishes thus far.
Here comes O'Connell, driving down the paint, and the Stags get the offensive or defensive rebound. Chucks it all the way. Taylor has the ball, kicks it outside to Jones. Jones with the ball, settles for a jumper, no good. Rebound O'Connell. David controlling the ball for O'Connell, now dishes it outside. Down low into the paint, settles for a jumper, and is good for O'Connell, 32-18 with 1 minute remaining in the half.
The Stags are doing a great job now breaking
the press, a lot of quick passes, easy lay-in.
At first it was causing them some problem, but they've realized that to break it, quick passes.
And here comes O'Connell. DeMatha looks like they may have switched to a 3-2 defense. Driving to the paint and rejected by number 23, Logan Lewis. Great block there. Going to be O'Connell basketball underneath the hoop. 45.9 seconds left in this half.
Timeout call.
Full timeout call by O'Connell.
Coach Rogers definitely going over the defensive plan. Don't want to let any easy buckets in right before half.
Yeah, we may be up by a lot, but anything can happen in basketball.
In sports in general.
Have to keep the foot on the gas pedal and continue to put buckets away.
I wouldn't be surprised if O'Connell tries some sort of pick play inbounding the ball.
Yeah, they definitely need some type of late bucket, maybe give them some type of momentum here going into the half.
And there
David
comes the
inbounds
pick.
it, kicks it outside. Back to David down low. David up top. Settling for a three is O'Connell. Bucket is up and good for number 10, Mason Cox. And here come the Stags. Jones could not handle that pass. Going to be O'Connell basketball. Seems as if the Stags were rushing a little bit too much there. Ball stolen by the Stags. Up and good yet again for Taylor. Here comes O'Connell quickly.
The shot clock is off. They can hold for the last shot.
They kick the ball back up top. David has the ball. Finds a man outside, back to David. David puts a little move on him, tries to go inside. Ball is knocked away by the Stags, but a foul is called.
O'Connell into the bonus, if I'm not mistaken.
O'Connell's going to get the ball out of bounds here. Stolen by Vance. Here he comes, driving to the hoop, goes up, no fouls called, missed bucket, but tap in by Taylor right before the half. 40-21 Stags going into the half. We're now going to step away for a couple minutes, but we'll be right back for a halftime recap leading into the third quarter.
Welcome back to the Brendan Looney Convocation Center. We have a game between the DeMatha Stags and O'Connell Knights.
Yeah, minus 3 minutes to go here till we're into the third quarter. Just wanted to take a minute to do a halftime recap. So the Stags are led by Taylor right now in points with 14 points in that first half. I mean, Vance only has a point, but he's really controlling the tempo of the game. What do you think so far has been the key for the Stags?
I would say there's two main things. They're limiting the turnovers. I've noticed O'Connell, they've been turning the ball over a lot more. They've been doing a good job controlling the full court press as well.
Yeah, Stags doing a good job controlling the full court press. It'll be interesting to see if they come out in a press because it seemed as if O'Connell could not handle that very well. So O'Connell, no one's really, they're more spread out here with the points, but led by Gorman, who has 5.
Stags up 19 at the half. Let's see if O'Connell can come back from this deficit. Coach seems to be drawing up some play to start the half with.
But recapping our interview with Coach Rogers, it seems as if, you ask me, DeMatha has been dominating the paint for sure, and they are definitely running their plays, not really settling for the outside shots, and they seem to be listening to everything he's implementing.
Rogers shall be very happy after this game if they can hold on and get this victory.
Another key component for him was getting back on transitional defense, and I think they have done that for sure.
Forcing O'Connell to take the perimeter jump shot instead of getting inside for the high percentage shot for sure.
So we're close to 1 minute away from second half basketball here in the Brendan Looney Convocation Center. One of 3 games here tonight. JV up next.
Both teams should be wrapping up their warm-ups momentarily.
Looks as if the O'Connell coach is drawing up some type of play going on down there.
Despite the deficit, it looks like the Knights are ready to play. They think they can get back into this game.
There's the buzzer, and here comes both teams out back onto the court here, getting ready for the third quarter. Looks as if O'Connell will be starting with the ball here. O'Connell coming out with Daly, Yost, Gorman, David, and Mondoro. Stags coming out with Jones, Vance, Osborne, Burkhardt, and Simpkins. So here we go. Yost with an early 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by the Stags. Here comes Vance, dishes it to Jones. Jones driving down the paint, goes up for the bucket, and you can count that one.
Great transition offense by the DeMatha Stags.
Really quick bucket here. Good start to the half.
Dominating the transition game so far. The Stags have seemed to
O'Connell
drop.
finds Yost in the paint. Rebounded by the Stags. Knocked away by O'Connell. But the Stags do come up with it, and here they come. Here comes Jones, dishes it to the middle. Knocked out of bounds, O'Connell basketball.
The Stags have seemed to drop into some sort of zone defense.
And here comes Yost. Kicks it out to Daly. Back up to Yost. And they seem to continue to switch courts. Switching the court yet again. Yost has the ball, puts a little move on him, but travels before anything is done. It will be DeMatha basketball.
It is clear already that Yost has some good handles.
Here come the Stags, led by Vance, coming up the court.
Gregory Penn interrupting.
Swung outside, trying to find the man inside, but O'Connell knocks it away and steals it. Here they come. Playing it around the perimeter. Yost gets the ball, swings. Back up, 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by the Stags. Vance gathers the ball and is now leading the Stags back down the court.
O'Connell's coach can't be happy with their shooting percentage so far.
Here comes Jones, puts a move on him, drives to the paint, count the bucket and the foul, going for the and one here. 3-point play possible.
I personally love Jones' style of basketball.
Yeah,
he's not scared to get some contact and finish around the rim.
Definitely going to the paint here early now for the Stags, looking to make this a 3-point play.
Using that big frame of his to create space.
Shot is up, off, and out of bounds. Going to be O'Connell basketball.
DeMatha no longer implementing the full court press, rather waiting for their opponent.
Sitting back in another 2-3 zone. Goes with the ball, finds a guy inside, goes up, basket no good. Rebounded by O'Connell. Kicked outside, foot was on the line, going to be DeMatha basketball here. In the first 2 minutes, O'Connell has not been able to put a bucket away. Stags coming up the court, led by Vance. Kicks it out to Jones. Stolen by O'Connell. Knocked away by the Stags, but going to stay with O'Connell.
Great hustle by the Stags.
Looks as if they were having some sort of play that they were trying to make work there. And here comes O'Connell. Going inside. Back outside and up top to reset. Knocked away. O'Connell gathers it again. Pump fake, settling for the 3-ball. No good. O'Connell with an offensive rebound. Yost has the ball, puts a move on him, knocks it out of bounds. DeMatha basketball.
If I'm O'Connell, I'm feeding Gorman. When he's had the ball in the paint, he's been very effective. But time and time again, they settle for the deep 3-pointer.
They're definitely going to need to do something here, as they're going to need a lot of points in these last 2 quarters. Here come the Stags, kicking it outside. Settling for an outside jumper. Shot is up, no good, rebounded by O'Connell. Here comes Gorman down the court, leading them with some pressure. Outside and up top for O'Connell. Swings it to Yost. Settling for the 3. 3-ball is good. 44-24 here with 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Despite that shot going in, O'Connell's got to realize they got to take this game one play at a time.
Vance to Jones. Jones finds a man down low, up and good. Osborne with a 2-point bucket for the Stags. Here comes Yost dishing it outside. They still seem to be switching the court as much as they possibly can here. Yost tries to go with a no-look pass. Teammate was not ready for it. Ball knocked around, kicked outside for a 3-pointer. Basket is up and good for number 22, Darrell Pope.
Shot starting to fall for the O'Connell Knights here.
And here comes Vance. Vance to Jones. Jones puts a move on him, drives down the lane, knocked away, recovered by the Stags. Blocking foul on Gorman. Going to be DeMatha basketball. O'Connell having to pull Gorman out, as I believe he's in a little bit of foul trouble here.
They sure need him down the stretch if they want to get back into this game.
Stags kick it outside. Settle for a 3-ball up, no good. Rebounded by the Stags. Ball up top to Vance. Back outside.
Athletic move.
Taylor with a fancy move and some jelly there for 2 points for the Stags. Timeout O'Connell. One thing for sure, the Stags came out strong this half.
Harold Taylor adds to his athletic finishes with that one there.
He's got 16 points, leading the Stags in points so far. O'Connell taking this time to kind of relax, die down, and hope to be able to find their ways of putting some points on the board here. 48-27 Stags, 3:53 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
When the Stags have implemented their zone defense, it's almost like they're asking for O'Connell to throw it into the paint. But O'Connell still taking that jump shot.
O'Connell basketball led by Yost, kicks it down low, back up top. Swinging it around the outside, settling for a three. Bucket is up, and the bank is open today, folks. That's a three-point bucket for O'Connell. Vance doing his best to control the tempo of the game yet again. Foul called on the Stags. Going to be O'Connell basketball. I believe it may have been a moving pick.
Moving pick, yes.
Here comes O'Connell, led by Yost. Stay swinging around the perimeter yet again, finding Yost. Back outside to David.
Stags seem quick to double the ball on the wings.
Still running that 2-3 zone. Ball's kicked outside for a three-point bucket, up, no good. Rebounded by the Stags. Here comes Taylor. Back to Vance.
O'Connell trying to shoot themselves back into the game, but I think it might be doing the opposite.
Taylor is driving the ball down the lane, but is called for a travel. Going to be O'Connell basketball. O'Connell settling for a three from Yost.
Air ball.
Air ball, going to be DeMatha basketball.
Second air ball today by Yost, but he keeps shooting.
Stags just doing their best to now control the tempo of the game with a big lead late.
Only 2 minutes left, 2:30 left in this third quarter.
Yost knocks the ball away, but still ball's gonna remain with the Stags. Yost doing his best to get a defensive steal here for O'Connell. Something just happened that we do not see very often. Ball off the ref on the inbound. Yost trying to be a little dramatic there and draw a foul.
Second time he's done that today. Yet again.
Yet again.
Throws himself to the floor.
But a shot clock violation on the Stags. Going to be O'Connell basketball. Yost is really doing his best to draw a foul here, realizing that they need the ball as much as possible. And here he comes leading O'Connell. 2 minutes and counting to go in the third quarter. They work the ball down low. Bucket is no good. They fight for their offensive rebound, get it. Up again, no good. Ball rebounded by the Stags. Stags just once again controlling the tempo of the game. Taylor kicks the ball to Vance. They're just controlling the tempo, swinging the ball around the perimeter. Puts a little move on him. Shot is up, no good. Defensive rebound by O'Connell. Dishing it down low, not enough time to put a basket up. Taking the ball outside. O'Connell with the ball at the top of the perimeter. Here comes Yost resetting the offense.
1 minute left in this third quarter.
O'Connell trying not to settle for an outside jumper. But the Stags come away with a steal by Vance. And he pushes the ball up.
Handles.
Count the bucket. Number 23, Logan Lewis with a two-pointer for the Stags. 50-30 here, 40 seconds remain in the third quarter. Pope before three, no good, rebounded by the Stags. Vance pushing the ball up now.
The strange thing is O'Connell's coach does not seem too upset with these outside shots.
No, and it
despite them not falling.
It seems as if a timeout was just called by the Stags.
The deficit is increased by 20 with 30 seconds left in this third quarter.
Players now back on the court after the timeout. Going to be DeMatha basketball. O'Connell trying to force a 5-second, but instead the Stags overthrow themselves and going to be O'Connell basketball here.
One of the first sloppy plays we've seen by the Stags in a while.
They clearly had the option of going to Vance, but it was blocked by O'Connell, and they panicked. So O'Connell now with the ball at the top of the perimeter. Pope has the ball, finds Yost, and kicks it back outside. Back inside to Pope. Pope goes up for the 2, no good. Defensive rebound for the Stags. Vance has the ball, slowly bringing the ball up. Looks like they're going to play for the last shot here in the third quarter with 7 seconds remaining.
Inside.
They find an inside layup. The basket is good for number 32, Burkhardt. And after 3, folks, we are at 52-30 DeMatha. Going into the fourth quarter, Stags should feel pretty good about this one so far.
They showed, so shall the coaching staff. Coach Rogers, when we talk to him, Stags are checking everything off the box.
O'Connell's going to really have to do something like shoot the ball very well and play some very good defense in order to try and give themselves a chance at this one. Going to be DeMatha basketball here to start the fourth quarter. With a hefty lead at this point, I think what we're trying to do is control the tempo of the game, use the clock as much as possible, and get an easy bucket. Don't have to settle for any outside shots. Do their best to find another inside easy layup, get the ball to the paint, and just get this clock winded down.
The DeMatha Stags being relentless in their pursuit of points, not letting their foot off the pedal.
So the ball is now inbounded, and here comes Vance for the Stags. Stags kicking the ball around the perimeter, driving to the hoop. Number 23, Logan Lewis, drops another 2-pointer in for the Stags. And here comes O'Connell. Swinging the ball around the outside of the perimeter. Trying to find an open look, but cannot do so with this DeMatha defense. Still in a 2-3 zone. They put a 3-pointer up, no good. Air ball, DeMatha basketball.
I hate to say this, but quite frankly, these shots are getting kind of ridiculous. They keep going back to the 3-point shot.
They have to settle due to the good DeMatha defense. And here comes Vance for the Stags. Puts up a strong bucket there. Should have probably been an and one. 56-30 Stags here with 7 minutes to go. Yost goes up, draws a foul. Going to be going to the line for 2. $56-30 DeMatha, 7 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
This would be a completely different game if the O'Connell Knights shots started to fall. But it seems to be an off-shooting night for them. In and out.
I'm sure their shots were a lot better against Paul VI when they came away with a pretty big victory over them. Shot number 2 is good. 56-31 Stags, timeout O'Connell. Stags continue to show and impress people, I think, with a lot of this lockdown defense that they're demonstrating here in the zone. Haven't had to go to man all night. Doing well in the zone and trapping O'Connell, not letting them lead to any inside shots.
Seven minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. decisive 25-point lead for the DeMatha Stags.
Stags have really had everything firing on all cylinders today. The outside shot, the inside shot, the steals, the breakaways. Defense has also been tremendous.
It seems like the Stags can't do anything wrong. In the beginning of this game, it seemed like it was going to be a close game. Both teams turning it over frequently, but the Stags have just pulled ahead and haven't looked back.
So here come the Stags. O'Connell again showing the full court press. Ball's inbound to Vance. Vance is trapped. Doesn't behind the back pass.
Harold Taylor showing off some athleticism.
Gorman steals the ball. Puts it inside. No good. Shot is rejected. Yost settling for a three-pointer. Bucket is up and good. 56-34 Stags, 6:40 remaining. Ball's inbounded to Taylor. Taylor finds a man down low. Goes up. No good. Rejected by Gorman, and here comes Yost for O'Connell yet again. Maintaining possession to Gorman. Outside, three ball is up. No good.
Yost
fighting for the ball on the ground. Looks like a foul was called.
It's becoming clear that Yost is who O'Connell wants to go to time and time again.
Doing his best and doing whatever he can to make sure that O'Connell is getting this basketball with only 6 minutes remaining, down by 22. So here comes Yost.
Thinks about the deep three.
But there's no look pass inside. Shot is up, no good. Gorman with the offensive rebound, puts it back up for second chancers, and it is good. 56-36, 6 minutes remaining. Full court press still being shown by O'Connell. DeMatha is kind of struggling, but here we go. Breakaway, easy 2 points for the Stags by Simpkins. And here comes O'Connell yet again.
Great job by the Stags breaking that full court pass. Patience is key.
Yost settling for an outside jumper, no good. Rebound by the Stags. And here comes Logan Lewis. Dishes it up to Taylor. Taylor has the ball in the corner, finds Lewis again inside. Lewis goes up strong, rejected by Gorman. Gorman has the ball, finds Daly. Daly going up strong, no good. Rebound Stags. And here comes Lewis.
Daly
Lewis going
down
the
and
paint,
injured.
up and good for number 32, Burkhardt. Daly is a little bit shaken up, as Thomas just said. Coming off the court to the support of our athletic trainer, Mrs. Wendy. Seems as if DeMatha has just switched their entire five.
Daly seems not to be too injured.
So DeMatha is now hitting us with number 10, Oliver, number 1, Ertl, 24, Collett, 0, Nicholson, and number 4, Stewart.
A couple of new kids out on the court for the Stags.
And here comes O'Connell down the paint. Ball is stolen by Collett. Dribbling the ball, foul on O'Connell, number 10, Mason Cox for a reach-in foul. Going to be the DeMatha basketball here with 4:59 remaining, 60-36 Stags. Collett has the ball. Kicks it outside to Ertl. Ertl on the drive, kicks it back out. Stewart with the three ball, and that is good, folks. 63-36 Stags. Here comes Yost. Yost driving to the hoop. Tried to put a little fancy move on him, no good. Gets the offensive rebound, but is out of bounds. Going to be DeMatha basketball here. 4:40 remaining in the game.
New faces for the Stags out on the court, but the level of play has not fallen one bit. It's just a testament to the great coaching.
Great coaching, great athleticism here at DeMatha. Still bringing the pressure. Full court press by O'Connell. Stewart inbounding the ball. Kicks to Collett. Collett now has the ball, getting trapped. Throws the ball up, intercepted by Pope. Pope goes up strong, count the bucket and the foul, going to the line for the three-point play here. 4:34 remaining, 63-38 Stags. Well-developed and anticipated full court press there by O'Connell.
O'Connell doing everything they can to fight back in the dying minutes of this game.
Pope with a strong finish, now going to the line for one.
he's been struggling from the line thus far. Let's see if he can knock this down.
And he does not. The ball is rebounded by the Stags. Nicholson has the ball. Knocked away. O'Connell basketball. So O'Connell doing a good job with their press here.
Feeling a sort of momentum shift in the gym.
Is it going to be too little, too late? Yost gets the ball, and here we go.
Relentless defense by the Stags.
Settling for a two-pointer, and that is going to be good for number 20 from O'Connell, James David. And here come the Stags led by Stewart. Throws the ball away. Stags need to just simmer down a little bit here.
Still a 23-point game.
And only 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Just need to take their time and let the game play itself. Here comes Yost leading O'Connell yet again. Swinging it outside of Cox, back to Yost. Yost finding the paint, dribbles, drives, bucket is good. Stags, ball is stolen by Yost. 20, James David goes up for a second chance point and knocks it down. 63-44 Stags. Ertl with the ball, falls over, but gets it to Collett. Collett loses it to Pope, and here comes O'Connell yet again. David with a two, no good. Rebounded by Collett for the Stags. Puts a move on him and finds Stewart. Here we come, going up strong. 2 points for the Stags by number 10, Jaden Oliver. 65-44 Stags, 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this game. O'Connell coming again with Yost, settles for an outside jumper. No good, but draws a foul, going to the line for two.
Seems to be complaining about the call. Looking for it.
Yet again, he is definitely doing his best to draw fouls for this O'Connell team. Settling at the line for two, 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go, 65-44 Stags. Shot is up and no good.
Three minutes, 12 left in the fourth quarter.
Shot number two is put up, no good. Rebounded by Nicholson. Trying to kick it outside to Collett. Ball is out of bounds. Stags seem to be rushing themselves here in the latter part of this game.
Turning the ball over excessively.
But yet again, here comes Yost for O'Connell. Dishes it to Gorman. Gorman on the drive, puts it up and good. 2 points, 65-46 Stags. Nicholson to Ertl. Trying to break this full court press. DeMatha is struggling. Here comes Nicholson. Intercepted by Gorman. Pope goes up strong. No bucket, but does draw a foul. Going to be going to the line for two here. 2:36 remaining, 65-46 Stags.
The Stags seem to be doing the one thing you do not want to do on the full court press, allowing the defense to trap them into the corners.
It almost seems as if they're letting this full court press panic them. And instead of taking a deep breath and realizing that they can beat this, they're definitely getting a little nervous.
The out-of-bounds line almost acts as a third defender, causing more panic for the Stags.
And there's now going to be a full timeout called here with 2:36 remaining in the game. Stags are at 6 fouls here, starting to get a little bit into foul trouble as the O'Connell Knights will be able to go 1-1 on the next foul. Coming down to the later part of the game, that can be crucial.
The lineup we just saw for the Stags were a bunch of new faces we haven't seen thus far. So maybe it'll take the same getting used to the jitters, the same process that we saw from the starters. Maybe this timeout will take a second to cool them down and focus.
I can see Coach Rogers over there talking to them. I think he's just trying to settle them down, let them know, look, I'm going to stick with you guys. We can get this figured out.
I can assure one thing, these kids will play with the same amount of heart as the starters.
Definitely a special thing to be able to play basketball here in the Brennan Looney Convocation Center. So when you get the opportunity to do so, you're going to give it all you have. Stags and O'Connell come out with the same 5. Pope is at the line for the Knights, shooting 2. Up and good. And here comes the second one for Pope. Pope banks that one in. 65-48 Stags. 2:36 remaining. Seems to be some confusion as to who is throwing the ball in. Might get caught for 5 seconds here. Nicholson grabs it quickly, gets it into Ertl. Here comes Nicholson, crosses him up a little bit, dribbles the ball down, finds Oliver. Oliver goes up, comes up short, kicks it outside to Ertl. Ertl for 3, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. Ball is tipped away by O'Connell. Going to be DeMatha basketball here, 2:18 remaining. Ertl with the basketball. Oliver recovers.
Great hustle by the
Stags.
Stags.
Stolen here. Here comes O'Connell. Blocked away. Foul is called on Nicholson. Number 20, James David, going to the line for 2 here with 2:07 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Taking that foul might be not the worst move for the DeMatha Stags. O'Connell Knights have not been consistent from the line.
Shot number 1 up and good.
Proving me wrong.
Seems as if Thomas spoke a little bit too early on that one. Here comes shot number 2. No good. Rebounded by Stewart, and here come the Stags pushing hard. Going all the way to the hole is Stewart, up and good. 2 minutes remaining in this one, 67-49 Stags. Cox to Gorman. Gorman on the drive, goes up. Foul is drawn again. Gorman going to the line for 2. With only 1 minute, 47 seconds to go, Coach Rogers letting his team know, stop fouling. Up, no good. Here comes shot number 2 for Gorman. 67-49, 1:47 remaining in the game. Up and good.
Coach Rogers telling his team to slow down, take their time.
Ertl with the ball, kicks it back to Stewart, and here comes Stewart for the Stags. Stewart, unfortunately, looking for Collett, throws the ball away. Going to be O'Connell basketball here.
O'Connell will need nothing short of a miracle to get back into this game. Down 17 with 1:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Finding the paint, stolen by Oliver. Dishes it to Nicholson. Nicholson goes hard to the hoop. No foul, no bucket. And here comes Yost. Ball is now stolen by Oliver yet again. Here he comes for the Stags. Ball is rejected by Gorman. Gorman kicks it up top. Easy lay-in for number 10, Mason Cox, for the O'Connell Knights. Stewart, the inbounder, looking for someone here.
Timeout. Followed by the Stags.
30-second timeout by Coach Rogers. I think that he is a little bit frustrated with the way that we are not able to inbound the ball here at this point in the game.
I think that timeout actually prevented a 5-second call. Violation being called on the inbounder.
I believe that is correct. 67-52 here. Stags on top. 1 minute remaining in this game. Gym is starting to fill up as we approach the end of this game in anticipation for a great JV and varsity matchup later as well. Here come the Stags. Stewart inbounding the ball, looking for Ertl.
Coach Rogers electing to stay with the same lineup, despite their turnover troubles.
Turn the ball over again. Going to be O'Connell basketball here. 53.3 seconds remaining in this one. Inbounded to Yost. Yost up top. Trying to drive here. Does so. Puts it up and good with the left hand. 67-54. 40 seconds and counting to go in this one. Ertl to call it. Ball is able to recover, but stolen by Gorman. Stewart knocks it away, but it's going to be O'Connell basketball as he was out of bounds when he touched the ball.
31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Here comes Gorman outside. Dishes to David. David inside, goes up for the layup. No good. Out of bounds off of the Stags. O'Connell basketball. 23 seconds remain. 13-point lead here for the Stags.
Seems new players checking in for the O'Connell Knights. Number 11, Peterson. Number 12, Michael. And number 30, Rose.
Inbounding the ball to Rose. 2-point bucket is good. Here comes Ertl for the Stags. Foul is called on O'Connell. 14.2 seconds remain. 11-point lead for the Stags now.
Ertl calling for that foul, and he will get it.
Stewart on the inbound to Ertl. 12 seconds and counting in this one. 11-point lead for the Stags. Ertl just holding the ball up top. This is to Nicholson.
5 seconds left.
Nicholson to Stewart.
And they're not
Stewart putting
settling.
a move on him. And Jaden Oliver got the tip in. Bucket's gonna count. Final here tonight, DeMatha 69, Bishop O'Connell 56. Good battle all throughout. DeMatha definitely owned the second through third quarter. Started to slip a little bit in the fourth, but yet again can pull out the victory. In my opinion, stayed pretty true to the game plan that Coach Rogers laid out for them.
I think exactly. They stayed exactly to what Coach Rogers asked for, and he can't be more happy.
Big shout out to Taylor for a big game for the Stags. Also to Vance for really controlling the tempo of this game the entirety throughout it all. So thank you guys for checking in for this DeMatha freshman basketball game versus the Bishop O'Connell Knights. DeMatha freshman basketball will move on to 2-0 on the season. This is Ryan Smolen and Thomas Burkhardt. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.